my name is Andrea Sheely, and today I'm going to be your occupational therapist. We're going to do an evaluation since you're new into our building, and I just want to see how well you're doing. We're going to perform some different assessments. These assessments will kind of give me information on what we need to create goals on and make sure that we are making appropriate goals for you and we can get you better and we can get you out of here. So the first thing we're going to assess is your range of motion. That's the movement you have available. I do need to know prior to starting this, do you have any old injuries that I should be aware of? Anything that maybe is preventing you from having movement? For example, maybe when you were younger you liked to ski and you fell and you broke one of your shoulders. I need to know that so that I'm not wanting you to get motion that you haven't had in years. While we're doing this assessment, we're also going to go through both sides of the body. I know that only your left side is currently affected, but we want to make sure, what are we comparing it to? Does your right side have that full range of motion? Or were you never able to do the full range of motion prior? Having that comparison just gives us good information on how to create goals. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is raise your arms up. We're going to do one arm at a time. We want to make sure we're doing all of our movements slowly, and we don't want to have pain. So if we're pushing through pain, that's not what I want. I just want you to raise your arm up to a point where it is appropriate. You can keep going a little bit if you feel like that start of pain, but once you're like, oh, that is painful, I want you to stop and just do the best you can. There is no right or wrong to this. Just give me what you got. So the first thing we're going to do is raise that left arm. So I want you to go straight up. We're going to go up, 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 up to the ceiling, nice and slow. And then we're going to bring it back down, nice and slow. We want to make sure we're doing slow and controlled movements. I don't want you to hurt yourself while we're doing this. Awesome job. So the next one we're going to go to is your manual muscle testing. Manual muscle testing shows me how strong you are. We need your strength when we're doing things like getting dressed, washing our hair, bringing our toothbrush up to our mouth. We want to make sure we have the appropriate strength to do all the things we want to do in our life. So I am going to kind of resist you. I'll push down, you push up. I'll push over, you push away. I'm going to walk you through what movements I need you to do in order to test your strength. So the first one we're going to do, I'm going to place my hand here. I'm going to push you this way towards your body, and I want you to flip your arm over like you're flipping a pancake. I want you to just do the best you can, and just know that I am going to resist you, but try to push through that resistance. If you can't do it, it's okay. Just do the best you can. So go ahead and push, 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 push. Awesome job. You're doing fantastic. We're going to move on to doing sensation testing. Sensation testing gives us a lot of good information about, does your body know what's going on in your environment? So for example, you go to put your feet on the floor so you can stand up and walk to the bathroom. What if your feet really aren't on the floor? It's important for your body to be able to detect, where am I in my space? Are my feet on the floor? But also it helps us with safety. So say we're in the kitchen and you're cooking and you don't have that sensation you need, and you set your arm on the stovetop. Next thing you know, your arm burns, but if you don't have that sensation, that intact information, your brain telling you, oh my goodness, move your arm, you're burning yourself, or you cut your finger and you don't have that intact sensation saying you just cut your finger, it's going to really put you at risk and compromise injuries. And we just want to make sure we're being safe and your body is getting the information it needs from the environment. Same thing as before, there is no right or wrong, so just do the best you can. I'm going to touch you in different places, and I need you to tell me, yes, I can feel it, or no, I cannot feel it. If you can feel it, I need you to tell me exactly where you can feel it. So if I'm touching you here and you say yes, I'm going to say, where do you feel me at? Because I want to make sure that if I'm touching you on your fingertip, you're not feeling that sensation up here on your wrist or your upper arm. So that is how we're going to do our sensation testing. Okay, the last test I have for you is more you providing me information, and it is a pain scale assessment. I want to make sure that we are aware of your pain and where you are at. It's important that every day we're kind of assessing this pain scale, just making sure that you're able to provide at your maximal level, because if you're in so much pain that you can't handle what we're asking you to do in therapy, you're not going to be successful and we're not going to reach our goals. So this pain scale assessment is very simple. However, I want you to be aware of, what does my body truly feel? So the assessment is from 0 to 10. And 0 being I am comfortable. I am happy sitting here in my wheelchair. I don't have any concerns, any issues, any pain. And then 10 is the opposite. 10 is I am in extreme pain. I cannot handle this. I need to go to the hospital now. I just want you to be aware of what a 10 truly is. A lot of times clients will say they're a 10 out of 10 pain, and that is what we would compare to like having a baby or having an emergency where you need surgery. A 10 out of 10 pain is very severe, and I don't want to discredit your pain, but I do want you to be alert that that means like you cannot do any therapy, you could not stand and walk if I asked you, you could not go to the bathroom. A 10 out of 10 pain is you're surviving, you need to get to a hospital. So 0 to 10. The 2 is going to represent, you have a little bit of a tinge here, but you're still okay. The 4 is getting to be like, ooh, I kind of have some pain. Maybe I should take something mild for it, or maybe we need to talk to the nurse. We're getting to the 6 out of 10 pain where it's like, ooh, I definitely have pain. In order for me to be successful in therapy, I need to take something or address it before I go. The 8 out of 10 pain is, okay, I am in pain. I don't know what's going on, but I need to make sure that I'm talking to my nurse. We're figuring out, hey, this is where my pain is and what are we going to do to address this? Because sometimes we'll be at a 6 or a 10 out of pain, and then next thing we know, we're at a 10 out of 10 because we didn't address it. So it is very important to make sure you're talking to your therapist, your nurses, your doctors about your pain so we can manage it and keep it at an appropriate level. With your surgery, there is going to be a little bit of pain and a little bit of discomfort. So you're not always necessarily going to be at that 0 out of 0. That is our goal, but we would realistically like to keep you between the 0 and 4. That 10 out of 10 pain is we need to figure this out before we get there. So go ahead and give me a good, accurate answer on what you would think today, sitting at rest in your wheelchair, we're not moving. What is your pain level at? Awesome. You did a perfect job on your assessment. I am going to go through all of these assessments. We're going to also comb through your goals and your desires and what you want. We're going to create some awesome goals for you so we can make sure that we get you back on your feet and back home with your family. I hope you have a great day. Thank you.